Okay, boys and girls, hello. I have my new stand. I'm really excited about it. I've already done the weaving. I think this will make it easier for you to see. You might see part of me. If not, hello, hello, hello. So this is the weaving that we're doing. We've already set up our looms. You did a great job with that. You have it like this where your name's up top, that red line's there. You didn't cut all the way through. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get a nice big thick strip like this, and you're going to choose two colors. See how I have yellow and green, and then it's going to be sitting, and this is a 9 by 12, and you're going to have it sitting vertical, which is up and down. And you're going to take your strips here, and you're going to line them up. This is basically going to be your ruler, but it's thicker than your ruler. Okay, so you're going to line them up and cut out your strips. And if you look, I have 1, 2, 3 yellow, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the way I've been doing it with the younger kids, and they really understand it and they get it, is that you want these to be little piggies in a blanket, or little kitties, or whatever you want, but get them nice and tight in there. Now this last strip is kind of hard to tell, but it was too small. So I went back in and I cut this little strip off. Then what you're going to do after this, we're going to do double weaving, and I'm trying to pick like fall colors, and you can go back in, and then you can have tiny strips. This won't quit rolling. Or you can have wavy strips. Okay, so you can have straight or wavy, and you're going to go and glue these with your glue stick. You're going to do just the top. So I'm not sure how this is going to work with adding this extra one. So let's put a little bit in, make sure it's even. Okay, set that down as even as you can. And then you're going to do both sides. I'm not going to go through all this because I want you to see the other thing that I'm doing. So that's just a glue stick, press it down. Then all you do is you take your next color, okay, this little strip, and you send it through, and it should go through really easy. Now, you can have it in the middle, you can have it towards the left. I personally like it in the middle, okay? So then you're going to go back in and you grab your glue stick. You glue the second time. And remember, you need to do front and back. And you fill this all in. Now, you could do purple all the way across. You could do red. I don't think I have a little red strip cut. Or you can do, like I also said, with a wavy line. Now, this is where it gets tricky. You have to make sure you don't have that bottom part glued yet. Then you just slide it in on top of your weaving. Make sure it's sticking in there okay. And then you would glue it. So that's, like I said, the hardest part. I would go through and do all of the ones on top, all of these green ones, the purple on top, and then go back into the other one. Then, this is totally up to you. If you feel comfortable and you think you can do this, and hopefully you will, I've made a sheet, and it has different designs. And if you notice, I have a line of symmetry. And these are kind of Halloween kind of thing. So I'm going to use black paper. Whatever you do, you're going to do it on black paper. And I chose the cat. Now see how this has a line of symmetry? So my paper is going to be folded, my paper is going to be folded long ways, okay, like a hot dog. And then I have my pencil. I don't know if you can see this. There is a cat. And this is going to be the outside, and I use basically the whole paper because I want to make it as big as I can. And this is going to be, now that I think about it, let me see here. This is going to be glued onto your weaving. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I want it to have a spot to glue on. So I'm going in and I'm making my cat. I also have a tail. And you do not want your cat to have two tails, so I'm going to cut the body. Okay, there's my cat's body. And then I've got the legs. Now I haven't done this part, so we will see how it turns out. But you have to have a border, so then you have something to glue on your paper. So then I come around here. You see, and there's my feet. Now I have not cut the tail. I have the tail drawn. Now if I open it up, meow, there's my cat. Now what I'm envisioning, and I'm hoping this is going to work, you're going to have your pencil down. See, I didn't cut enough off. I cut too much off. Then you would go back in and you would glue this down, and it would look like a cat. And after you have this glued down, very carefully, because you're going to want to get it all the way to the edge, okay? And if you can't get it all the way to the edge, we can go back in and trim up the side. So there's the inside of my cat. Well, now you're saying, Mrs. Milligan, there's not a tail. So I would either cut this with another tail, I'm sorry, with another color, so you would have maybe a purple tail, or I wouldn't worry about it, but I definitely would come back in, and you can leave it folded, and you can actually keep this, and then you would make eyes. So I would just make some almond-shaped eyes here, and you're gonna add this detail, and you don't have to keep it like this. Like I said, you can just go back in and get black scraps, but black will look better and will stand out. So then I'm coming back in and I'm adding the eyes of my cat. Now I would come back in and I would add some white. And maybe I want my cat to have some whiskers. So if I'm trying to keep this, I would do some whiskers, but I would do it tiny, so I still have some of my cat left. See how I'm keeping it folded? Come back in, make an angle. Now, I have another timer that's going to go off soon. And I would open this up. This is the hard part, is you're going to have to very carefully draw this, cut this, and glue this. And these whiskers are sticking. Come on, whiskers. Okay, so then I open them up. Right now, kind of looks like a cat with a mustache. Then I have this come, there's the other timer. And you would probably need to cut these, or you could crisscross them like this to make it look like a cat's whiskers. And then you can add as much detail as you want. So this is kind of, like I said, weaving with a twist, and hopefully this video has turned out. And good luck.